Welcome back, everybody. I decided to go for a little stroll outside, but I hope you've been doing your foam rolling. Again, I just want to reiterate how important it is for you to be able to move better and not have pain so that you can actually do the exercises properly, burn a lot of calories, recruit those muscles, and build that muscle, right? Without that mobility, those things are just not happening. Now today I have another Build a Strong Foundation workout for you, except this one you can actually do at home as well. So check it out. You're gonna burn a lot of calories. I was sweating like crazy just filming this. Let me know what you think. Please share with others because I'm sure there's a lot of people stuck at home that want to do workouts. You can, of course, do it in the gym. Work that core, baby. Listen to my instructions and do it alongside with me with my awesome music. See you at the end. Welcome back, everybody. Let's start with something a little bit more challenging that makes your entire body fire up. Here's a single arm dumbbell row in a deep lunge position. The deeper you go, the more you feel the legs. Just keeping your majority of the weight on that front foot, on the heel a little bit more so than the toe right now, just because I want you to get used to pushing through that heel, squeezing your glute. Watch your shoulder when you're pulling that dumbbell up. Deep press and then retract your shoulder. It's just very important that you deep press first, because when you don't do that, your neck is activated and you're not gonna feel your lat and your middle of the back as much. So it's absolutely normal to feel your front leg glute on fire, your belly button drawn in, really contract your core, and again, focusing on depressing, so pushing that shoulder down, back, and in, bringing that elbow towards the hip, really feeling your lat and middle back, and not your neck. So if you're at home doing this, put this video up on the big screen so you can watch and follow along with me, really listening to my instructions and focusing on every single little detail that I'm mentioning here. Can you feel all your core and stabilizer muscles working right here? I mean, the balance and the stability is insane. Your legs should be on fire. And then, of course, you are working your lats and middle back. So if you're not feeling those, something's wrong. If this is your first time doing this exercise, you can put your hand up on a chair or a box or something to help stabilize you a little bit. Again, get your hips into the right position. Lower back is nice and flat, belly button drawn in, and really activate your glutes. That activates that pelvic floor. Don't overextend your chest too much. All the weight on that front heel. As you can tell with this exercise, I just want you to rep it out. Choose a lighter weight, really focusing on warming up the whole body, feeling that stability, keeping the knee nice and stable, activating those lats, squeezing that shoulder blade in as far as you can. It's not about going really heavy or anything right from the beginning. Choose technique over heavy weight. If someone is more advanced, I would like for you to try the stork stance. This is very challenging, and because you're standing on one foot, there's major torquing on that torso. Try to get your leg as high as you can, glutes tight. This is about the best that I can do right in this moment. But again, keeping the body nice and stable and straight, not leaning to one side, hips tilted, everything in alignment, focusing on balancing very well. So with this stork stance, it's so important to draw the belly in and activate your glutes. They should be on fire. That is how you're going to stabilize so that you don't fall over. Take two, because I forgot to record again. Oh my gosh. So of course I forget to hit record when I'm doing the push-up, one of the hardest exercises. As you can see here, do not bring your butt up into the air. Do not dip your hips too low, drawing that belly button up inside you. Squeeze those glutes to stabilize your midsection so it's nice and stable. You're gonna come on down, driving those hands together the whole time to get your pecs to activate a little bit more and get really nice movement through the shoulder blades. Did you see my arms shake? Oh my gosh. They were quivering. So, sorry about the butt shot. Apparently, next time I need to bring the camera up higher. I was trying to focus on my shoulder blade movement, how they come together at the bottom of the push-up, and how they spread apart at the top. And yes, push-ups are one way that I grow my boobs since I don't have any. Haha. All right, with this single leg balanced bicep curl, one of my favorites, you're gonna stand on one foot, especially keep your weight on that heel. Squeeze your glutes super tight to stabilize the hips. Draw that belly button in, contract your core. You want to keep your arms a little bit forward. You should be on a slant. You should not be having your elbows straight up and down, or you will not have resistance on that bicep curl. You're going to place your palms facing up. Think about pulling the weight up from your wrist and forearm, really activating from that bicep, and squeeze the hell out of the top of the bicep. At the bottom, you're actually going to contract your tricep to get a little bit more stretch in that bicep and get a longer contraction. Your biceps should be on total fire here. Wow, look at those dragons popping. Notice how I keep my shoulders pulled back. I do not elevate them or let them fall forward. When I do this exercise, I also feel everything in my back activating really well. Always focusing on reversing that bad posture. one of my favorite positions is the bridge position on the ball. It's so cool because here you can work your glutes, hamstrings, your core, all while doing a tricep exercise. Focus on keeping the weight on your heels, glutes nice and tight, belly in, contract that pelvic floor. And from there you can go into the skull crusher tricep exercise. This, warning by the way, it's called the skull crusher for a reason. Please do not drop the weights on your head. That would not be a very good idea at all right? So you're gonna bend those elbows and get that weight to go all the way to the shoulder, as low as you can go. You wanna get as big of a bend in that elbow as you can for maximum contraction, and then totally lock out that elbow, keeping it slightly at an angle backwards. Again, if your elbow is straight up and down, you will not have as much tension at the top of the exercise. A side note here, notice that my elbows are not winging. They are in neutral position in line with my shoulders. Dang, I hope you felt that tricep burn. I sure did. Let's move on to a shoulder exercise in a lunge position again. You guys know this. Hips are straight, draw that belly in, squeeze those glutes. The focus points for the lateral raise is to just keep your elbows slightly unlocked and then drop those shoulders down, lock them in. You should be activating your lats and then pulling that arm away from your body, the elbow away from your body. You should only feel that deltoid muscle, not your neck or anything else. Of course, your legs should be burning from the position that you're standing in. Review of the lunge position. We're about to do a row with a band. Again, weights on that front heel. You should feel that front glute on fire, back foot nice and light on the toe, abs in, contract that pelvic floor. Don't overextend your upper back. Driving those shoulders back and down. You see my neck is not activating. I'm really trying to flare out my lats. I am thinking about activating and moving from my shoulders, getting a good stretch with the shoulder blades when I come forward with my arms, and then squeezing my shoulder blades as far back as I possibly can towards each other. Notice that I'm not losing my posture when I let my arms come forward and stretching my shoulders. Alright, so my legs are burning way more than my back. I guess they're a little fatigued. All right, so a quick review of the bridge. Do not hyperextend your back, right? But don't drop them all the way down either. Straighten the hips out, squeeze those glutes, contract that pelvic floor. Weights on the heels. Going into this chest fly with dumbbells, you're going to keep your arms almost completely straight. On the way down, just a slight bend, get a good stretch in that chest. Your pec muscle is attached in the upper arm and in your sternum. So think about activating from your upper arm, really squeezing those biceps together, but not bringing your arms all the way together. You should feel that tension in the pec. So as I activate from my upper arm, I am driving my arms away from my body, squeezing those upper arms together in like a V shape at the top. I don't bring my hands all the way together because I want to keep constant tension on my pec. And again, think about activating them boobies to grow those boobies. Squat position. All right, we haven't done that in a couple times. So here you're gonna sit onto your heels, right? Keep that lower back straight. Squeeze those glutes nice and tight. And from there, we are doing a rear delt row, which basically means we're working that upper back more versus the lats this time. The tricky thing about this exercise is that you have to keep your neck relaxed, your shoulders depressed, but bring your elbows up to almost shoulder height if possible. You're gonna let those arms reach out. You're activating from the shoulder. Again, trying to squeeze those shoulder blades together as much as you can towards the spine, not contracting your neck. On fire. How about yours? How's yours feeling? Another great shoulder exercise is the front delt raise. Again, the lunge position, single leg, either one of those, even just a staggered stance if a lunge is too challenging for you. You're gonna reach those arms away from the body, raising them up to just past shoulder height. Not all the way down. Always keep tension on that shoulder. Try to keep your neck relaxed. Do not raise your shoulders up. Just out and away from the body is where the arms go to get that front of the deltoid. As you can tell, I'm a little bit of a back fanatic. Again, our posture muscles tend to get very weak. So here is another way to improve that posture. This time your arms are fairly straight, just a slight unlock in the elbows. You're going to pull the band apart, driving those arms away from the body, really squeezing that upper back. Again, once again, try not to tighten up that neck. Feel it between the shoulder blades and not in that neck area and the trap area. Try to keep that area nice and relaxed. All right, bench or chair dips. Do not elevate those shoulders. Don't bring them forward. Don't lean forward. Those are all things that I notice people doing when they're doing dips. Stay nice and straight, right? So your body comes down straight in front of the chair or the box. Your shoulders stay in line. They don't raise up. They don't rotate forward. It's basically pushing those elbows straight back. If you have to, correct your posture at the top. Drive through the palm of your hand, locking your elbow out at the top. Flexing and extending at the elbow is the basic movement here. Really trying to work on feeling that tricep burn. If you want to make it more intense, bring those feet forward, straighten them in front of you. If it's too much, just keep the knees bent. but not least, a band bicep curl. Try to pick a pretty tough band here, right? So then you can get more into a lunge position. And dang, if you don't feel this in your posture, I don't know what you're doing wrong here. Bring your elbows forward a little bit, again, to be on a slant to get maximum tension on the bicep. Pulling up from the forearm and just squeeze the hell out of that damn bicep at the top. Because if you're not feeling the muscle that you're trying to work out, you're just not doing it right. Guns a-blazing, baby. See ya later. Baby, my legs are on fire. My quads, my glutes, even my core is on fire. And of course my upper body, because that's where we work. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please comment. Even if you don't have questions, I would love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. Next week's video, you guys are gonna love it because everybody wants nice abs, right? Everybody wants a strong core. So guess what? That's what my next video is gonna be about. But I have a little secret, something that nobody knows to activate your abs even better. So you better come back and watch that video. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.